Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to explore one of the most important buildings blocks of Salesforce Data Cloud, the data model. If you have heard terms like DMO, DLO, or unified profile and felt confused, don't worry. Today, I'll break everything down for you in simple language with real life examples. So let's get started. First we are starting this. We need to know what is the data model. Okay, so the data model is like the skeleton or blueprint of how data is organized inside Salesforce Data Cloud. Just like we arrange clothes in our cupboards, shirts in one rack, pants in another, right? So Salesforce stores a different type of customer data in different bucket or objects. So these buckets are called data model object or DMOs. Okay, so each DMO contains specific customer related data like name, email, purchase history, mobile number, behavioral data like opened an email and some like visited a web page, etc. So if I'll give you the real time example for this, so think of a shopping mall. You have got different stores, right? So there is some clothing, electronics, groceries, etc. Each store contains its own type of product. So similarly, in Data Cloud, every DMO is like a store for a specific category of data. So this is the data model dashboard. Here you can see options like new or like download W data source file, right? So now this is all about the DMO's dashboard. So you can click on the existing data model and you will notice some fields are already visible, right? So that's because these fields are defined by default. Okay, so whenever you are creating a new data model, then you can see in their dashboard there is a relationship, and here you can the relationship in here you can create relationship by clicking or new or clicking on new or edit. Here you define the relationship like one to one or many to one cardinality, which helps maintain links between data into different tables. Okay, so that's why we create a relationship. So now go to the data streams that you have ingested and want to map. So you will see the data streams on the right side. Click start to begin. So this opens the data mapping page, and this is the data mapping page. And in the left side, on the left side, you see the ingested data fields from your source system. On the right side, you see the target object. Okay, so you will now click on new object, and in this data model there are two types of object. There is one of the standard and another one is custom. Okay, so like when closing custom, like choosing your custom, you don't need to define categories or field mapping types manually. Just click new custom object. Okay, so just click new custom object, name your data lake object and click save. So if you want to remove any field, just uncheck the checkbox beside it. Some fields like data source object might not be removable because they are marked as a non-editable by default. So after selecting all the required field, click save. Okay, so we are going to select all the field, and then but as the best practices, you should always review or inspect the mapping to make sure everything is mapped correctly, because sometimes whenever you are clicking on save, sometimes you can see data cloud maps incorrect fields. So always validate your field mapping. Okay, so now click on save. Let's talk more about the custom data model object. So suppose you are ingesting any data stream that doesn't fall under standard categories like profile or engagement, then you can use custom DMOs. You can also add a new field manually by defining the name, API's name, and data type. Okay, so this is you have to click on the unmapped. Okay, so and here add new field option, and you can click and add your required field name, API's name, and data type, etc. And then you can go into the save. Now this is all about the creating and using custom data model object. Okay, now suppose we want to delete this DMO, and next we move to creating a standard object. Okay, so we have to go to the delete icon, and inside the delete icon we can easily delete that particular Salesforce data model object. Okay, custom object. So now you have to again select object, and then in the standard object you will find some of the there is so many standard object like individual, contact point phone, contact point email, contact point address, and so many. And if your data category is a profile, you should choose use individual, that is related to customer related details, contact point phone related data, contact point email related data. Okay, but if your data falls under like engagement type, then select an event related data model object. Okay, and this categories is defined by during that ingestion time. Okay, whenever you are ingesting any data in data stream, then you have to select that profile categories, right? There is some profile, engagement and others. According to that, we are here selecting our standard object and we are map accordingly. So here too you can add a new field, define it and then add it. Okay, so now you should have a better understanding of what a data model. Okay, so to summarize, a data model is the grouping or structured organization of a data created from like data streams, insights or external sources. So it provides a clear framework for defining how data is stored and how different entities related to each other, right? So now let's go back. Whenever you are ingested data, make sure that your data type match the target field's type. For example, if the source has a birth date in date format, but in our existing field is in date time format, the mapping will fail, right? So in this case, you should create a new field with the correct data type, that is date, and then map it accordingly. Once done, just refresh the page and you will like see new field available for mapping. But always make sure whenever like you are ingesting your data, always inspect your and validate your data type, because if your data type is wrong, then that is like make the problem, will cause the problem for mapping. So that's why it is most important things. Okay, so you should know like you should take care of this. So now here we have we are creating one by one all of the extra fields which we have not. Just I click on add a new fields, and then one by one we are like mapping loyalty members and preferred metal and preferred stores. Okay, and why I am not ingesting email mapping email and phone here, because for email and phone we have like one customer have many of the emails and many of the phones, right, phone numbers. So that's why there is some mismatch, and there is only in the individual I want to only like keep the customer related data, like just first name, last name, their address, like their marital state, these type of things. So in many projects you will deal with additional data like loyalty member, preferred stored, or like some additional data. So here you can do like store email related data in contact point email, store phone related data in contact point phone, and this helps organize the data better. Finally, now individual will contain only the customer profile data like first name, last name, profession, age, marital state, birth date, like this. Okay, so this is like this we can map in the individual mapping. Okay, so now like we are going one by one to map this field. Now after saving this, we have to go to the edit icon, and then we can use the we can use the contact point phone and contact point email for another mapping. Okay, so now we can start mapping everything one by one. Okay, we are moving forward to the select custom object like contact point phone, email and contact point phone. After selecting these object, we will see how we can map them. Okay, specifically when working with both custom and standard object in the data cloud and data model. So now to add them, simply click on the plus icon. Okay, and the select contact point email and contact point phone, and finally click the done button. Once that's done, then we can see we will add it to your data model. So now looks at this, email is automatically mapped. Okay, to the email addresses field, which is correct. But whenever you are mapping any object manually, the first thing you must map is the custom primary key field. In this example, I have mapped two things like the primary key and the party field. So now let me explain why we are using the party field. So party is essentially an identifier. It plays a crucial role in fetching and matching data. This field works as an intermediary and helps us identify unique entities across system. So what exactly is party identification? So it refers to exact match based on the identification values such as government IDs, number, first party cookies, external MDM systems IDs, vendor specific identifier, and that's it. So it uses the party identification type field in the party identification object to support these matches. So this type of mapping is useful when you want to do unique identity resolutions. Okay, once you are done mapping, click on the save button to save your configure. Now let's move on the data explorer. So data explorer is basically a visual tool for viewing your ingested or mapped data in a more structured format. When you open data explorer and choose an object like individual, you will only see individual related data. You won't see email or phone number data right away. But when you switch to contact point phone, you will clearly see phone number related data. Similarly, when you select the contact point email, you will see the email specific data displayed. Okay, so this is all about the this data explorer. Next, let's look at query editor. So you can also use query editor to validate or explore your data. All your need to do is right. So go to the data model, pick the variables like individual, contact point phone, and contact point email. Write your SQL query and run it. Now here is something powerful. If you want to fetch data from multiple tables for example phone and email into a single table, you can use joins, right? So since customer ID is unique, you can use that to joins multiple objects and then brings everything into one unified results, right? So by using that joins in the SQL, you can joins all the three tables and you can find the record at one time. Okay, so that's why query editor is much more flexible compared to data explorer. It allows you to run complex queries and validate data relationship better. So now let's head back to the data stream section. Once you have mapped your object, you will see a review button. When you click on that, it will show all your current mapping. So you can also go back into the data model sections where you will see all the data model object. You can open each of them and view their relationship as well. Keep in mind, Salesforce Data Cloud automatically creates relationships using AI features, right, for its standard object. But for custom objects, you will need to create relationship manually to link your tables correctly. So, and that's everything you need to understand about the data model, from object mapping to data exploration and relationship buildings. So if you had detailed notes or want to refer back later, you can check my LinkedIn profile. I'll upload the full summary and resources there. The link will be available in the video descriptions. So thank you. So next questions in our mind, why is the data model important, right? So without a good data model, your data will be like a messy room, right? Hard to find, hard to connect. So the data model ensures that every pieces of customer's information is stored in the right object and most importantly linked with other data properly. That's how Salesforce can say, and this is the demo data, this is the suppose there is any customer and their name is John. So they can say this is John and he lives in Canada and he bought a smartwatch last week. He opened our last marketing emails, just like that. So you can grouping that data basically. So some key benefits is helps unified data from multiple sources, makes customer segmentation easy. So drive personalization, personalized marketing. Okay, so in the segmentations we will do in the next video, that segmentation part. So but without the data model mapping, you cannot create your segmentation. Okay, so that's why it is more important. Without data model, you cannot also create your calculated insight and also IDR, that is creating one 360 view. Okay, so that's a wrap up. So the data model is the heart of Salesforce Data Cloud. It helps you organize, unify and activate customer data easily. If you want me to explain DMOs like individual contact point, email addresses, purchase history, and unified profile details, this you want to explain, then you can visit my LinkedIn profile. There is one of the notes available, you can prefer that notes. So this is all about the data model. In next video we will cover the segmentations. Okay, so let's see you in the next video. Thank you so much.